Hey, my name's Chris. I'm from the number one workers advice line, and thanks for joining me. And I'm here to talk about agency in security and safety. So I had a discussion with a person about putting security cameras up out the front of their home. Maybe one above the door, one above out the back. The neighbour, they're really afflicted. This person's really afflicted by their neighbours. They live alone, and I dare say with a huge amount of fear, and have done for many years. I was one of the first sort of support people to go in there and have a look at the situation and maybe give the person some advice on what's happening for them. And one of the issues is that they believe that the neighbour is verbally assaults them by yelling when they're outside. They think it's for them. They also feel that the person is showboating, so sort of making a song and dance to get the person's attention. So there's the house of the neighbours, and then this person lives next door. It's a single woman of nearing 60. So they're under the impression that everything that happens with the neighbours is about them. So she's living with quite a lot of fear. So she believes the neighbours pose a threat, and even to the point where they come up and knock on the door, her front door, and then run away. She didn't go near the door. She didn't go to see who was at the door. She just believes it was them next door. Had the problem with the neighbour prior as well. In the same house, the people who lived there beforehand as well. So what I wanted to do was help increase the person's agency in their own safety and security. Security cameras are pretty cheap here in Middle Australia. We're able to go to the local hardware store and we're able to get a pretty nice little system for a few hundred dollars that is lasting and will really do the trick. So I suggested just have one above the door and one out the back, and fixated on the neighbours. We'll point it at the neighbour's yard, just to sort of get a handle on what's going on there. Most alarming was somebody comes up, knocks on a door, and then runs away, or who is this person? So sort of feeding into that at risk, that sense of, oh, there's people out there who want to hurt me, not hurt me, but annoy me, and they sort of want control here. So is it actual or is it perceived? So me as the worker going into there, long term hasn't had any interaction for various reasons, felt shut down by their own family members, felt that they weren't being heard. They wouldn't be heard anyway, and that's born of like a past of disrespectful relationships, etc., etc. Anyway, I wanted to make the security a priority, one where it does record, like a system that will record movement, turn the camera on, and then it will be in a library accessible via a phone, like a smartphone. So I think this gave a proactive and assertive approach for the client. It helped them, even the discussion about getting, not much money around maybe, but, eventually we're going to get a security camera there and a security camera there. It just reinforces our own sense of, safety in knowing what's out there and knowing potential threats, and helping us process whether or not it's real or imagined. It would cost, like I said, a few $100, but it's going to give peace of mind. Somewhere that we worry about 80% of the things that happen to us, 80% of the things we worry about will never happen to us. And in this case, it may well be one. And if it's not, and if it is actual, and there is showboating, there is some sort of crossed wires or some sort of displays of overt behavior to get the attention of the lonely person, then at least seeing it again on a small video via a smartphone will make it more easy to address. It'll make it more it'll make it more real. So, and they're easy to operate, these security cameras. They're set and forget. They just turn on, and they can be battery operated. They can be, you can get them with solar panels, so they charge up of their own accord, or you can get them, so it's not necessarily hardwired into the electricity, so they're plug and play sort of arrangements. We just need to stay on top of charging the battery every now and then. You could make that accessible from a step ladder. This person was ambulant. She could easily get up on a step ladder, take it down, go and plug the battery in, charge it up, and then it's good for the week. Also, it will make a statement. Having security cameras, actual security cameras or even dummy security cameras, makes a statement to any likely perpetrators of anyone who wants to breach the security of another. Dummy cameras are great. They just sit there, and I'm aware that there's a potential out here for people to come and knock on my door and run away. I'm going to catch you. I'm going to know who it is. They're hard to, so even a dummy camera, or even down to putting stickers on your windows saying security here, monitored by such and such, they're a great deterrent. This presented the first time this person could take control. It struck me, it was reported to me that it had been going on for many years, and it got quite internal. The processing of it for the person was very internal, and nobody really, the person couldn't talk to anyone about it. It just went round and round and round, and the fear was palpable, even to the point where they'd leave lights off in the middle of the night for fear of people seeing through the windows. And yes, a neighbourly environment, safe area, but just really aware of the potential of trouble coming from the neighbours. So it was the first time an idea had been put to the client to take control. It was a tangible and easy to remedy control. It's a very powerful control way to control. It's a statement. It's as I said, it's a way for the person to take agency in their own safety and security on their own terms. They can choose to look at the footage. They can choose to, a person comes up, runs up, knocks on the door as reported, and runs away. The person doesn't have to look at it straight away. They can know that was logged in the library, and they can go have a look at it when they're feeling stronger in themselves, to go back and review the security footage. It also validates the experience of the person living in fear, living in whether it's actual or imagined. It validates the experience in that. Yeah, potentially it is real. Potentially it could be happening, and if it is happening, then it's very detrimental to their feeling of safety and security. So thanks very much for listening to that one. I wanted to talk about how people can take control of the imagined or the real threats that are out there. And yeah, security cameras are the way to go. Okay, so thanks very much. Oh, because then she could show the library, the person could show the library to people like myself, people, family members. They could say, see, look, it happened like this. Okay, thanks very much for listening, and see you again. Bye-bye.